This video will serve as a reminder to myself. Wide squats work. You have to do wide squats. Anytime you have hip discomfort, do wide squats. Now, what I'm referring to, wide squats, is normal for most people, but this right here will work for you. And I'm talking to myself. This video will be a reminder for me moving forward. It does not matter the time of the day. It doesn't matter what I've done in the previous days or what's happening. From the very first rep of the session, I feel good in this stance. I feel very weak in this stance. There is something going on in the hip, which is literally just paradise for me when I go into a wide stance. I feel like the adductors are long. I feel like the side glutes are working. I feel like my quads are working. I feel like the rest of the glutes are working. Everything seems to be more engaged. And I think it's because there is a force which I need to oppose, which is the knee going in. I need to actively think about knee out, because if I just squat down, my knees will fall in. So whichever structures are involved in me keeping those knees out are restoring my knee, restoring my hip. I feel very, very good. It's 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock session, and I feel really good. It's almost like a stretch. It's exactly what I need. So I think from what I can see right now, what I can feel right now is, I don't think pulling ratios are the go-to thing for me anymore when it comes to hip health. I know in previous times I've thought, okay, I need to do X amount of pulls for every single squat that I do. I think now it's a matter of replacing that idea with just wide stance. Wide stance makes me feel a lot better than pulling. I don't know why the pulling was feeling so good. Maybe because when you pull, there is some sort of external rotation at the hip. I'm not sure. But pulling has felt the best for a very, very long time. Out of everything that I've ever done. That and high rep squats. But wide stance squats, I think, have taken the throne when it comes to restoring my hip. So I'm going to make sure I remember this video for any and every single time in the future that I have any sort of discomfort when it comes to the hip, especially the right hip. Just go wide. I don't know why I'm so strong and narrow. It puzzles me how the thing which I'm really strong at is really hurting me the most. Or maybe it's just a case of I need to do things which are new to me, which is a different angle, a different variant. It just goes to show you, man, it's all a continuum. From a sumo squat all the way down to, like, you know, heels touching squat. There's a continuum of muscles engaging and muscles disengaging. It makes sense. It makes sense. This is what I get excited the most about when I think about training, is using exercises literally as treatments. Okay, first we need to identify what's happening, which I have failed to do for many years. You know, massaging the, oh my God, I don't want to go there. I've thought about every single thing, you know, exhausting to think about all the different thoughts that I've had when it comes to this, but just wide. And it's really interesting to think that the thing which I, let's say, despised the most when it comes to squatting is the very thing that helps me to squat, and the very thing that I need to do. I don't like wide stance squatting. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's a depth thing. But when it comes to feeling good and feeling healthy, you go where you need to go. And so I think the wide stance squats are going to be just a staple. Like every single day, not most days, every single day. Come in, do that, and, you know, do my front squats after that if I have time. If I don't have time, just stick with wide stance squats and working up to 60 kilos. Like 60 kilos, it looks funny, but this is actually a lot of weight for me for this. Because it's not just about moving the weight, it's actually shifting those knees out. And now that I think about it, all these times that I've had difficulty with sumo positioning and doing sumo stance like it's a freaking conventional, I have trouble shifting my knees out. Now I've linked this problem shifting the knees out with my hip pain. The structures which are required for me to shift the knees out are the very structures which are at fault and causing me the pain. Whether that's tight adductors or weak external rotators, I'm not sure. Maybe it's a combination. I mean, they'll probably work in unison. But this is exactly what I need. And what I love the most is I can come in at 5 o'clock in the morning, go straight to that, done nothing before this, straight under the bar, and just get to work and feel freaking nice about it. That's a really cool thing, man. Because there's nothing worse than coming in and you're like, man, there's going to be some discomfort. It makes you hate the very thing you love when you have to go through pain. Not pain, like I'm not saying that I'm in freaking agony, but it just doesn't feel right. It feels clunky, it feels stiff, feels like you're grinding through things that shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't be going to. Wide squats, remember this. Wide squats fix your hip. Appreciate all of you guys. Maybe it's helped you as well, but this video is going to be a reminder for me to listen back anytime I have hip pain. Appreciate you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.